us actually under the circumstances in the first game. I thought it was great to play at 6 p.m. at night, and I thought our fans did a great job. Student section was packed, and they did a great job, and so it was a lot of fun. We got a bunch of young people in the game throughout the game, even actually in the first quarter, and they got a lot of really good experience. We got some meaningful reps with a lot of kids. So, we made a lot of mistakes, a ton of mistakes actually throughout the game, but we also created a lot of turnovers and did a lot of really good things. So we got a lot to work on. I mean, it's for a first game, I mean, it's you get the win, and that's what you want, and then you want to learn from all the mistakes you make, and you become a better football team.
Larry, what do you think really flipped there midway through the third quarter? You guys were losing, and then all of a sudden.
Yeah, I would say it was just the energy level. I mean, you go in at halftime, and our guys were they were disappointed in what had happened in the first half. They were extremely excited about going back out on the field. I mean, they were rallying. They were the energy level in the locker room was incredible at half, and it wasn't anything the coaches did. I mean, it was all them. And we go back out, and the defense starts creating turnovers left and right. And you do that, you got a chance to win a bunch of games. We created six turnovers in the game. And I don't know how many of them came in the third quarter, but quite a few of them I remember. So, but it was just a change in attitude, really.
So defensively, there was no halftime adjustments?
Oh yeah, we made adjustments on both sides of the ball, but I don't want you to think we changed the scheme and that was what created it wasn't that. It was just the energy level of the guys, and they kept, you get one guy that's real positive and excited, and it's contagious, and it goes to the next guy, and the next thing you know, good things start happening. That's the way it works. I mean, when you've got a bunch of guys that are positive and they got a lot of energy and they're bouncing around, usually good things happen.
Some good and bad from Marquise and Mitch. What did you like that you saw from them tonight?
Well, I thought they did a good job of managing the game. I really did. They moved the chains. I think we were 9 of 17 on third downs, which is pretty good for us. What I didn't like were the interceptions. I mean, all 3 were avoidable, and especially one of them in the situation we were in. So, but again, we got out of it with a win. Both of them got a bunch of really good reps. And, we came out in good shape there, and so I think we'll get better there.
You don't get the luxury of having a dress rehearsal in college football, so the number of things that you guys were able to get on film for all these young kids, can you underestimate how valuable that is to you guys in the next few days?
Yeah, that's tremendous, because no matter how much you do in practice and in scrimmaging and all those things, I mean, we were trying to figure out how many true freshmen got in the game. It was somewhere around 8, maybe 10, somewhere in that area. I don't know the exact number, so don't quote me on that. But I know at least 8 got in the game. And so for them to get in the game for the first time, not counting all the redshirt freshmen, it was the first time they stepped into a live game. I mean, we got some really good reps. And whether they did it right or wrong, they're going to get to learn from it. I mean, just getting the real live reps is so valuable for them to learn from, because when we go back and look at it on film, it's never as good as you think, never as bad as you think, that old saying, but they're going to learn a lot from just what they get to see.
Could you assess the performance of your makeshift secondary today, especially against a veteran quarterback like that?
Yeah, well, first of all, that quarterback is really good. I mean, he is a good football player, and he picked on us quite a bit. I mean, he found the open guy. I mean, they did a great job with that, and if it wouldn't have been for the turnovers, it would have, for them, it would have been a game for sure. But I thought those guys stepped up and did a really nice job. From Kedrick Davis got an interception, and Giles did a nice job throughout the game, and then you go and you put Dixon played extensively, and then Tim Scott moves over back to corner when he hadn't had any reps throughout. Really hadn't had reps over there in the entire camp. And then he comes out on Wednesday, and we throw him out there and try to get some reps of him back into the boundary. So, I think those guys did a good job under the circumstances. I'm proud of the way they reacted.
Outside of that 4-minute stretch in the third quarter, you guys scored 4 touchdowns. What do you take away from this performance?
Outside of that 4 minutes,
especially given the mistakes,
we got a long way to go. I mean, we got a long way to go. It's nothing pretty about that game, I can assure you, when you go outside of that 4 minutes. But again, I mean, for us, it's the way we look at it, it's a win, and we're going to enjoy every win we get, because winning's hard to do. It is hard. It's not as easy as everybody thinks, or I should say, not losing is hard to do, and that's the toughest thing. And so, you know, with the turnovers that we created, the turnovers that we created ourselves offensively, we have, you know, we got a lot of room to grow. I mean, a lot of room to grow. And so, you know, and again, I'm going to go back. We had 10 penalties, which, I mean, I can't tell you how much emphasis we put on getting that cleaned up. And so we still got a long way to go in that area also.
You talked Wednesday about